In this video, we are going to show you exactly how much it costs to travel to Dublin, the capital of Ireland, the land of pubs, live music, and Guinness beer. We are going to talk about airfare, accommodation, food, transportation, attractions, shopping, and we will also put together 3 budget estimates, from the budget traveler to the comfortable one, so you know exactly how much to bring. Dublin is one of those destinations that win you over with the warmth of its people, with that cozy pub atmosphere and the lit fireplace, with the rich history of Trinity College and the contagious energy of the streets. But it is good to warn you already, Dublin is an expensive city, and we are going to give you real numbers, exactly the way we found them. Let us go. Let us start with airfare, which is usually the biggest expense of the trip. Coming from most major cities in North America or Europe, in many cases there is no direct flight to Dublin, so the normal thing is to make a connection in some large European airport, like Lisbon, Madrid, London, or Paris. In our research, the round-trip airfare varies a lot depending on the season. In the low season, which runs roughly from November to March, not counting Christmas, New Year, and St. Patrick's Day, you can find much more inviting prices. In the high season, which is the European summer, between June and August, prices skyrocket, because that is when the weather gets milder and the days get long. Our golden tip is to aim for the months of April, May, September, and October, the so-called shoulder season, when the city is emptier and prices drop a lot. Booking at least 3 or 4 months in advance also makes a huge difference in the final price. Now let us talk about accommodation, which here in Dublin is usually the big shock of the budget. And we say this with total honesty. Accommodation in the city is one of the most expensive in Europe, so get your wallet ready. In the budget option, you find hostels and simple rooms, well located, for somewhere around $40 to $60 a night for a bed in a shared room. In the mid-range category, which is where most people stay, well-rated 3-star hotels cost between $130 and $200 a night, and on event dates that goes up even more. And in the more comfortable option, the 4- and 5-star hotels easily run between $250 and $400 a night. And here is a tip that matters a lot. The area where you stay completely changes your experience. We always recommend staying in the central south area, around Grafton Street and St. Stephen Green Park, because it is the heart of Dublin, safe, charming, a short walk from Trinity College, and surrounded by pubs, shops, and attractions. We created this personalized map, which explains exactly which is the best area. By staying in this area, you cannot go wrong. And in the video description and here in the QR code, we are going to leave the link to the page with this map and with the hotels we have stayed in and highly recommend, including a hotel right near Grafton Street, where we stayed for an incredible price, super well located, just a few minutes walk from Trinity College and surrounded by the best pubs in the city. We saved a lot with that choice. Let us move on to food. The good news is that you can eat very well in Dublin without spending a fortune, as long as you know where to go. In the most budget-friendly option, a well-served classic fish and chips costs between $10 and $15, and pubs usually offer generous daily specials. Eating simply, you spend around $25 a day. In the mid-range category, lunch or dinner at a traditional pub with a warm Irish stew and a pint of beer comes out to something between $20 and $35 per person. And in the more comfortable option, dinner at a trendy restaurant with fresh seafood or a good cut of meat can pass $50 or $60 per person. We always recommend trying the lamb Irish stew, the full Irish breakfast, and a Guinness poured on tap, which over there has another flavor. About transportation, the best news of the trip is that Dublin is a compact and very walkable city, and you do almost everything in the center on foot. Even so, public transport is excellent and practical. The modern tram, called Luas, cuts through the city and is clean and fast. The urban train, called Dart, runs along the coast and is the perfect way to reach charming seaside villages. And the buses cover absolutely everything. The golden tip is to buy the rechargeable card, called the Leap Card, which gives huge discounts on all rides and even has a daily spending cap. A single ride with the card comes out much cheaper than cash, and from the airport to the center, the express bus costs around $7 to $9. And if you want to see the real Ireland, the day trips to the cliffs of Moher, to Howth, or to Wicklow leave from the center, and we buy everything through the tour site. Speaking of attractions, this is where Dublin shines. A lot of it is historic and has an entrance fee. The visit to Trinity College to see the famous Book of Kells and the old library costs around $20 to $25 and is worth every cent. The Guinness Storehouse with the panoramic bar at the top comes out to about $30, and the Jameson Whiskey Distillery costs around $25. But there is also a lot of free stuff. Strolling through the huge Phoenix Park, one of the largest urban parks in Europe, costs nothing. Entering the imposing Christ Church Cathedral and admiring the Trinity College Square is free. And losing track of time walking through the Temple Bar neighborhood and along the banks of the Liffey River is one of the activities we enjoyed the most. Speaking of attractions, tours, and the day trips, in the video description and here in the QR code, we are going to leave the link to the site we always use to buy tickets and tours for the lowest price. It is the biggest tour site in the world and it has practically everything there. Everything for the lowest price, and you can buy in any currency, saving on fees. And they have free tours that are great. And remember that in this link below, we always organize everything you need to put together your entire trip for the lowest price. The sites we use to plan our trips and that have everything much cheaper: travel SIM card, travel insurance for half the price, tickets for all the attractions, good and cheap hotels we have stayed in, cheap car rental, and the global account. And the links already contain automatic discounts, so save and use this page that will make your trip much easier. About shopping, Dublin is great for bringing back souvenirs with personality. You find the famous Aran Islands wool sweater, Irish crystal, Irish whiskey, Irish tea, and even small harps, the symbol of the country. The Grafton Street shops and covered markets are perfect for browsing. Now to the two essential costs that many people forget. The first is internet. Having internet on your phone helps a lot to use GPS, transport apps, and make reservations. We always buy the SIM card before the trip, receive it at home, and arrive already connected at the destination. It is much cheaper than roaming. A SIM card for 7 days costs on average between $15 and $25. The second essential cost, and one it is unacceptable to travel without, is travel insurance. And here we speak from real experience. Europe requires insurance for entry, and a simple emergency visit can cost more than $4,000. We know real cases of travelers who came back with huge debts. The insurance costs less than $10 a day. We always use a price comparison tool that shows the best and cheapest plan. We never travel to Europe without insurance. About currency exchange, if you are coming from outside the United States, a tip that saves a lot is to use a global account, which lets you spend in the local currency without those absurd card fees. We always leave the link to it on our page. Now the final estimate per person, not counting the airfare, for 5 days of travel. In the budget profile, with a hostel, pub food, and public transport, you spend around $500 to $600. In the mid-range profile, with a 3-star hotel and a few paid attractions, it falls between $900 and $1,200. And in the comfortable profile, with a 4-star hotel and guided tours, it easily passes $1,800. And for those who are new here on the channel, a very warm welcome. Our mission is to help you travel more and better around the world. If you are enjoying it, subscribe here to the channel and like the video, which helps us a lot. To wrap up, 3 final money-saving tips. First, have lunch at the pubs instead of dinner, because the lunch plate is usually much cheaper and equally hearty. Second, avoid the overpriced beer on the most touristy streets like Temple Bar and have your pint at neighborhood pubs, where the price drops a lot and the live music is just as good. And third, take advantage of the fact that so many attractions are free, like the national museums, the parks, and the cathedrals. If you liked the video, like it and subscribe to our channel to travel more and better around the world. Thank you very much and have a great trip.